What's up YouTube, my name is Nick and welcome to TV Box Top, the one place for the best reviews in TV boxes, mini PCs and accessories. Welcome to a new format of my TV box reviews, and you can share your thoughts about this new format in the comment section below. And for today's video, I feature a new TV box that falls into the power category, presenting the X88 King. And this model is built on the Amlogic S922X Hexa-core CPU, featuring 4GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. So is this a hidden gem, or is it filled with drawbacks as we have seen in other models? But there's only one way to find out. Stay tuned, a full review is up next. Welcome back, and this is the box that it comes in, and to the back you have some specifications. It says that the CPU is the S922X, and this is a Hexa-core 64-bit Cortex A73 plus Cortex A53. The GPU is the Mali G52 MP6. It has 4GB of RAM and 128GB of internal flash storage. It has dual band Wi-Fi, RJ45 Gigabit Ethernet LAN, and Bluetooth 5.0. So without further ado, I will do a quick unboxing. Let's take a look at what's inside the box. You have the TV box itself, one infrared remote, one HDMI cable, a 5V 2A DC power adapter, and your user's manual. Let's take a look at its design and its input-output peripherals. The body is made of plastic with a glossy surface and the X88 King logo printed to the top. To the rear of the box, you have one HDMI port, one Ethernet LAN port, one Optical SPDIF port, one audio-video port, a reset button, and a DC power input jack. To one side, you have one USB 2.0 port, one USB 3.0, and a micro SD card reader. It's blank on the other side. To the front, you have an LED clock display. And below the box, you have lots of ventilation holes. I will now connect this box to my 4K TV and capture card and continue. Welcome back, and I've successfully connected the box, and when you start up for the first time, you are greeted by the startup animation for a few seconds. Then you're taken to a quick setup wizard. Once completed, you are taken directly to the launcher. So this is the launcher, and it's a basic design with these large main icons that cannot be changed and a shortcuts bar here at the bottom. This launcher does not have a navigation bar nor a status bar for easy navigating with mouse pointers, and it has a one-click cleanup button for killing apps running in the background and freeing up system resources. Features of this firmware include 4K resolution up to 2160p at 60Hz, Dolby Vision with the option to set the priority between video and graphics, HDR display options, CEC control options, power key options, and the picture display options. Under device preferences, you have your core system settings, and under sound settings, you have the option to control Dolby Atmos and DTS audio features. This firmware does not include a root switch, hardware monitor, or screen rotation feature. In the apps section, they have pre-installed the following: Airpin Pro, Chrome browser, File browser, Film on Live, wireless updates, Miracast, Movie Player, Netflix, the Google Play Store, and YouTube. I will now install some apps of my own and continue. So I've installed all my apps, and first let's take a look at its system and hardware information. The manufacturer of this box is Amlogic, and the model is the X88 King. It comes with 4GB of DDR4 RAM and 128GB of internal storage, from which this is the remainder after the Android installation and all the apps installed. The Bluetooth version is 5.0 indicated by this 4 Plus, and I will connect a gamepad to this later in the video and play some Android games. The CPU, which is the Amlogic S922X, is divided into two CPUs, a dual-core Cortex-A53 clocked at 1.8 GHz and a quad-core Cortex-A73 clocked at 1.7 GHz for a total of 6 cores with a max CPU clock speed of 1.8 GHz running in 32-bit mode. This CPU only has support for 32-bit ABIs, which means it can only support 32-bit applications. The display is powered by the Mali G52 graphics processor with a refresh rate of 60Hz and OpenGL version 3.2, which is really great for gaming port. On the network, it shows that the box has 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi support. Under Android, the operating system is Android 9 Pie, and it also shows that the box is not rooted. Under thermal information, it shows that the box is running between 40 and 60 degrees Celsius under normal room temperature, and I will monitor it to see how high it increases during 3D gaming. The box comes with codecs for playing 4K videos in HDR and digital audio formats, and I will play some 4K videos later in the video. And that's it for system and hardware information, and let's see how well it does in some benchmarks. So first, I have the results of the RAM copy speed and the internal storage read and write speeds. The X88 King got a RAM copy speed of 3,324 megabytes per second. The internal storage got a read speed of 123 megabytes per second, and the write speed did not give a reading. The RAM copy speed in this test is lower than expected for a TV box in this category. Next, I have the results of the Wi-Fi and LAN speed test. The X88 King was able to hit the maximum speed of my internet package of 100 megabits per second on the 5 GHz Wi-Fi band and on the LAN port. The 2.4 GHz band fell below by 52%. Next, I have the results of the Antutu benchmark, the score that I used to rank TV boxes on my rankings chart. The X88 King got a score of 93,288. This score is lower than I expected, and I shall see how it does on my rankings chart. Next, I have the results of the Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark. The X88 King got a score of 597 single core and 1580 multi-core. These scores are okay, and we will see how it does on the rankings chart. The final results is from the 3D Mark Gamers Bench GPU benchmark. The X88 King maxed out on the Ice Storm Extreme test and got a score of 1095 in the SlingShot test. These scores are average, and we will see in a minute how it does on the rankings chart. So the scores are in, and the X88 King took position number 6 in reference to Antutu scores, placing it among the top 10 TV boxes for 2020 for now. This chart is available on my website in full spreadsheet format, where you can interact with it and compare various scores. See the link in the description area. Before I start the next segment, I was prompted with a firmware update. I will now take a minute to complete this update and then continue. So the firmware update has been successfully completed, and one major change is that the box is now rooted. The Root Check app shows that the box is rooted, running on Android 9 operating system. And a gentle reminder remains in effect that not to update the SuperUser app, as it will put your box into a permanent boot loop that can only be fixed by the flash of a firmware. Next, I show its DRM information. The X88 King has Google Widevivne level 3 with no HDCP protection. This means that Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and other premium streaming services will only show in basic 480p quality. To begin testing its features, I will first check to see if alternative launchers work on this box. I installed the ADW Launcher 2, and it works with all features working like long click menu pop-up and drag and drop shortcuts features. Next, After testing for screen rotation, I'm sorry to report that screen rotation does not work on this box. For premium streaming of movies and TV shows, the box comes pre-installed with Netflix. I also went ahead and installed Amazon Prime Video. Both Netflix and Amazon Prime works on this box, but they are restricted to basic 480p quality due to insufficient DRM support. Android TV version of YouTube comes pre-installed on the box and it plays in 4K quality. However, I urge you to update the text-to-speech app from the Google Play Store to disable the annoying Google Assistant feature. I will now play some 4K videos in HDR 10-bit format and with Dolby and DTS audio decoding.
And only a win for Barca would be enough, because it would give them the same number of points as another game in the blue and red shirt. What an awesome goal from Alexis Sanchez. Unstoppable.
Alexis much maligned by the Barcelona fans. What
By God.
So as you can see, there's a bug that needs fixing in one of the updates because there were at least 2 updates while making this video, and prior to these updates the videos played perfectly. So the developers of the X88 King have some work to do, but the good news is their updates are forthcoming. I will now test for Dolby Atmos, Dolby True HD, DTS audio and high-res audio.
Front left, front right, center, back left, back right.
Juries, executioners, judges.
Welcome to the inside of your head. channel.
From this test, it shows that the X88 King supports Dolby Atmos and DTS audio formats. However, it does not support high-res audio and Dolby True HD. I will now perform the same test using the optical audio port.
Front left, front right, center, back left, back right.
The optical audio port does not support Dolby Atmos, Dolby True HD, and high-res audio. For my final demonstration, I have connected my Bluetooth gamepad and I will now play some Android games and test for rendering quality, key mapping capability, and overheating. So the games played really well, and the graphics rendering was of a high quality. The key mapping apps I installed worked with both my Bluetooth gamepad and my standard keyboard and mouse. The temperature rose to about 65 degrees, but there was no dangerous overheating. In summary, overall, the X88 King delivered good results in some areas and faltered in others. In the area of streaming movies and TV shows, it performed really well, and it also performed great in 3D gaming and graphics rendering. The areas where it did not perform so well were the 4K video playback and digital audio output. I applaud the developers of the X88 King for releasing updates making this box run better, but there are still updates needed to fix some of the issues. So friends, I have come to the end of my review. If you are interested in this model, see my affiliate links in the description area. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Click the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the information presented. And don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notifications bell to be notified when I release a new video or do a giveaway. I would like to urge you to keep safe in this time of uncertainty and see you in the next one.